Now you log in as a student from College to Lurgan by firstly putting in your email address. Agus an sin de feasacail agus isteach leat. It recognises you, and at present there are just 2 books available for students from College to Lurgan, the Éiste agus Freagad and this one here, which is the most important one for at the time being. It's Be Account. Now Be Account just has 2 chapters, but for the interview purposes it's Inish Futain. It's the only chapter we'll be concerned with. Now Inish Futain, it's a series of questions. They're fairly basic. For example, the topics are Fáilte Futain, the Winted, the Scail, Ábhar Scaile, Cabhaimsire Ríist, an Ghaeltacht Ríist, Ceistan is Nimsir Chaite, Ceistan is Nimsir Láireach, Ceistan is Nimsir Áisteanach agus Sné Diad. They're all the questions and answers that will form part of the interviews. So that's all the content. The interviews themselves are located on the assessment page, the very last page of the chapter. There are 7 in all. And you'll be allocated 2 per week during the 4 weeks of April. In first week these 2, second week and Dáithansha, third week and Dáithansha, and the last week you'll only have 1. So they're not too difficult. You shouldn't have many problems in working your way through the content. However, these interviews are not fully finished as yet, so I can't show you one today, but look on the day, by next week, they should all be available to you. Now, if we go back now to the we'll move on to the second page because I've already demoed the first page here to someone else. So my bhreanin with der darlianach an chat tá híon dóití cear cúig that there are 5 questions and 5 answers, so there are 10 recordings altogether that you can practice with. You can do it in Gheist, which is already done here. Ach dyn nhw wedi reach there.
Cefyd drahor agus triforad.
Cefyd drahor agus triforad. Agus y gysiad. Cefyd drahor agus triforad. Agus yn dorn y cion. Tá, wel, the chás ein. Tá bert drahor agus trúr drafora. So you can listen to that. Sorry, I didn't listen to it first of all. Great. So go right agus dena to na ceanile. Agus noidatá sé denta when you have all these holders full with your own recordings. There is a slideshow here at the very end. Now, if you play the slideshow, without having all the recordings done, all you can hear are the original recordings. You don't have an option here to play your own recordings. But if we go back to the earlier page, because I've finished these recordings at an earlier demonstration, if I click on the slideshow here, what I'm listening to here now, this is the original one, but I can listen to. You can listen back to your own recordings. Now, these recordings here are not part of the assessment. These are just practice, and you should practice, especially the sounds, and just to get comfortable with posing and answering these simple questions, and you should have little or no problem whatsoever with the actual interview itself when you come to do it. Now, the Éiste Shear button or function is to be found at the bottom of the page. The Éiste Shear button plays back all the recordings undertaken by a student or learner on any particular page. This one is empty at the moment because we haven't done any of the recordings. Ach tuair muid fóbanis, denna muid iad agus feici muid céir de hárlín diréir mar a léanaan muid isteach na spásna seo as we fill in these spaces on the Éiste Shear button. Denna muid chéad ceann.
Céir tá air.
Tá ocras éir.
Céird tá éid. Recording a héan. Tá ocras éid. Gus mun an éisteach siar leis. Céird tá éid. Recording a héan. Tá ocras éid. An dára ceann.
Céir tá éir.
Tá tart air.
Seo recording a dó. Céir tá éid. Tá tart éid. Seo recording a dó. Céir tá éid. Tá tart éid. Céir tá ceart. A seo tafta híine céir tá
Céir tá cear lethe.
Tá píon ina chloigan aici.
Céir tá cear lethe tá pean ina chloigan aici. Seo tafta dóiag. Ceann deire. Céir tá cear lethe tá pean ina chloigan aici. Seo tafta dóiag. Ceann deire. When you have all your recordings on here for the share button, you can play them individually. Recording a dó. Céir tá éid. No, cos muid ceanna trí. Seo tafit no recording a trí. Na ceanna ceathair. Tafit a ceathair, recording a ceathair. No, the non-éisteach club, you can play them all back in sequence by using the main play button. Again, this is the second recording. Recording a dó. And bump on into the account. Or go to the fourth. Go to the fifth. Go to the sixth. No. No, stop. So you can listen back to any of the recordings, or indeed you can go in and change any of them also. Now, when you have all these recording holders filled or finished, there's a slideshow. There's a slideshow at the end of the share button. Agus má chuidim with your showing slideshow. It plays back the learner's recording with the appropriate image. So this is the first of 12 images. Go with the right within Doricon. Show recording a dó. Céir tá éid. Tá tart éid. Or into the account. Show tafit no recording it. Okay. Tafit. Go through. Tafit going to go a hocht. Céir tá arha no éid no hínte. Tafit the night. Céir tá cear leis. Tá sé gur folla. You can replay that recording. Tafit the night. It's the replay function in Charity. So, Keaton session, when you've finished all your recordings on the page, you can, as I said, activate the slideshow. And this slideshow can also be viewed through the homework viewer page for those who've finished their homework.